Hello and welcome to the Age of Games channel. This is Josiah and I have opinions on gaming stuff. Now this is more or less just an update, kind of updating you on a couple things that Nintendo's announced and just a couple updates and announcements. So first of all, happy Valentine's Day. If you guys haven't gotten anything for your significant other, today or yesterday or anytime recently, do that. This is a reminder. Be sure to do that. All right? Okay, I got you back. All right. So, so today, first of all, I would like to talk about our gameplay for Breath of the Wild and when we're going to get that out to you guys. So it looks like that we're going to be able to get some gameplay out for you guys March 3rd, not like. See, what I was planning on doing, I was planning on the morning of that we would get the Switch and Breath of the Wild. We'd get like a quick episode out to you guys when we're super exhausted, and right after that, because we're gonna go to the midnight release, we're gonna get it. At least I am. But that's not gonna be the case. Looks like we're gonna have to do it March 3rd. We're gonna record something on March 3rd, the night. So we're probably going to get an episode out to you guys later in the night on March 3rd. So if you guys don't want to stay up that long, just wake up in the morning and, it'll be there. It'll be here on this channel. So that being said, let's talk about the Valentine's Day present that we got this morning. It was an announcement of Breath of the Wild confirmed DLC. We're getting DLC for Breath of the Wild, and there could not have been a more perfect game to do DLC for. Because this game is so huge and massive that there's just going to be so much in the world, just adding extra stuff into the world is probably one of the smartest things that the game designers could have done. Also very profitable for them, of course, because people are going to get it. Looks like there's going to be a DLC pass, which is interesting. I mean, I haven't really done that before. Apparently, the season pass is going to be $20, it looks like, and it's going to be able to get you access to all the DLC that's coming out this year. That's what it looks like. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it's looking like, because that bonus is going to be available day one. It's going to be available on March 3rd. I'm not entirely sure how you're going to be able to get that, whether or not it's just from the eShop on the Switch, or whether or not you actually have to get it from GameStop. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with that. But the pass bonus, we're going to get 3 new treasure chests in the Great Plateau. It's going to be located in the Great Plateau. It says there's going to be useful items in the chests, undoubtedly, and there's going to be some exclusive clothing, exclusive in-game clothing for that. Is it the green tunic with the pointy hat? Maybe. That would be awesome. That would be a really cool bonus for that game. So let's look for that. Let's look for that on March 3rd. Hopefully we can get that DLC on day one, and to show you guys, and we're going to be looking for those DLC treasure chests. It would be interesting if they hid those treasure chests. Even though it is DLC, maybe it's not. Maybe it just doesn't appear in front of you. Maybe it's just like something more for you to explore. That would be a cool kind of experience. But in the summer, we're getting a Cave of Trials. People like Cave of Trials. I like Cave of Trials. No big deal. I wonder how they're going to do it in Breath of the Wild, with the gameplay being different than other Zelda games. Then you have a new hard mode. That's interesting. We're already kind of gonna get a hard mode in the game already in it, and the hard mode is literally everything, all the side stuff like your hearts, your map, like the controls, everything is going to be off the screen. That's kind of the hard mode for Breath of the Wild. I can't wait to try that, by the way. I don't know what they're going to do with new hard mode. Maybe they just make enemies more difficult, because so far we haven't seen that in Breath of the Wild yet. So, who knows? And there's going to be a new map feature. That's interesting. I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe it's this is where the shrines are located without you having to put a marker on it. That was the first thought that came to my head. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's something else. I don't know specifically what with a map you would actually need for that game that they haven't already provided. Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna get the answer on that in summer. And in the holiday season, this is the stuff that I'm most excited about, and this is the stuff that I'm most like, oh man, what's it gonna be? There's going to be a new original story. A new story in the holiday. Now, whether or not that's literally a whole new story, like game with cutscenes and everything, or whether or not that's just another side quest with a more advanced story, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I'm excited because they know that by the holiday, people who buy it on day one are going to be completely finished with the game. So, is this going to be what happens after you defeat Calamity Ganon? Is this going to be something that we've wanted to see in a Zelda game for a very long time? The end isn't actually the end. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see, hey, what happens to Link after? Are there more adventures? You know, what happens? That was kind of the coolest thing that I saw about Majora's Mask. That, like, oh, it was like right after he did that stuff in Ocarina of Time, and he's off doing his own adventure. I think that's really cool, and you get to see where Link goes. So hopefully that's what they're going to be doing with this new DLC. There's going to be a new dungeon. There's going to be 4 dungeons in that game. A lot of people were like, oh, that's a pretty lackluster. They're saying that they can release DLC for... they can release DLC that's more dungeons. If people are not satisfied with the amount of dungeons, then you can get new dungeons in DLC, which... that's awesome. Like, that's something... that's actually substantive DLC. It's not like some sort of, like... some BS DLC. That's really awesome DLC. And then it says new challenges, which God knows what those are going to be. I have absolutely no clue. But about DLC with Breath of the Wild, I think it's a fantastic idea. Breath of the Wild is one of those games, yeah, it's a huge game. Not only is it a huge game, but they know that people are going to be playing it for a very long time. And they know it's going to be a bit timeless. This is why I liked the DLC in Skyrim. Because Skyrim already had a lot of stuff to do, but they put more stories, they put new weapons, they put more stuff in the game just to make the game a bigger experience and better for everyone, give people more options. I think that's a really good idea, and it's a really smart idea by Nintendo. So I cannot wait to get that DLC. I'm gonna get that pass, $20. And the pass is just gonna come with those bonuses, the extra 3 chests in the Great Plateau. So that's going to be awesome. I'm going to be getting that. Hopefully we'll be getting that bonus day one when we're going to be doing a gameplay for you guys. But there's one more thing that I wanted to show you. Now I looked around because I was interested. I was like, well, where else have we seen the level of technology that we've seen in Breath of the Wild with the Sheikah? And I'm like, well, the most technologically advanced society that I can think of in all of Zelda is in Skyward Sword. The ancient robot society or civilization in that game that you hit the time shift stone and you get to see what it actually was like in that day. Very green. A lot of interesting robots and symbols and train carts, whatever that is. But I looked something up because I was like, I remember there being a symbol on those time shift stones. And I looked up the symbol, and I'm not sure if anybody else has seen this or made this parallel. Maybe they have. But this is something that I saw, and I had to download it. I had downloaded it in a GIF. Or a GIF, however you freaking pronounce it. But look at that. What does that symbol look like? That looks, perhaps, like an ancient Sheikah symbol. So the Sheikah have been around for a very long time. for a very long time. A lot of people say, oh, they came into existence with the royal family. Goddess Hylia made these Sheikah to protect the family. I don't think so. I think the Sheikah have been around for a very long time, and they have had technological advancements. Another thing that I saw, you have the BMOs. BMOs, the ones that shoot the lasers, and they always shoot them out of their eyes. I'm thinking that is Sheikah technology, and it's just sprinkled across the world. If that's the case, if Sheikah technology is really that sprinkled across the world where it's just something you come across, perhaps the huge towers that are found in Breath of the Wild, or even the Guardians, are ancient robots that were brought out from a very long time ago. And that's why they're popping out of the ground with Earth's crust being around them. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's clearly a Sheikah, like an ancient Sheikah symbol, without the 3 triangles, without the Triforce. So they didn't represent the Triforce back then. Who knows? I might be playing Skyward Sword a bit more in that section just to figure out, well, if these civilizations are the Sheikah, what does that mean? So that's it for today. Just a couple updates, just a couple food for thought. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.